The battle over justice. Trump's controversial move to fire a resistant prosecutor. In a move that has sparked controversy and raised concerns, President Donald Trump is reportedly set to fire the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, Erik Siebert. The reason? Siebert's refusal to bring criminal charges against New York Attorney General Letitia James, despite pressure from Trump officials. Let's delve into this intriguing story and uncover the details. The allegations and the evidence. ABC News initially reported that federal prosecutors in Virginia had found no clear evidence to support the claim that James had committed mortgage fraud when purchasing a home in the state in 2023. However, Trump officials pushed for criminal charges, but Siebert stood his ground, believing there was insufficient proof. The fallout. Sources familiar with the matter revealed that administration officials have informed Siebert of Trump's intention to terminate his position. His last day is expected to be this Friday, leaving one of the most prominent U.S. attorney's offices in crisis. This office handles a significant portion of the country's espionage and terrorism cases, and its leadership change has heightened concerns about Trump's alleged misuse of the DOJ to target political opponents. The replacement and the escalation. Sources indicate that the administration plans to replace Siebert with a U.S. attorney who will aggressively investigate James. This move, if executed, would mark an escalation in what critics describe as Trump's retribution campaign. James, who successfully brought a civil fraud case against Trump last year and leads multiple lawsuits challenging his administration's policies, has been a target of Trump's accusations of political bias and corruption. Trump's perspective. Trump has repeatedly accused James of targeting him for political reasons, stating during his civil fraud trial in 2023, "This has to do with election interference. We have a corrupt attorney general in this state." He believes James ran on a platform to get Trump before even knowing anything about him. The court's decision. Following a 3-month trial, a New York judge concluded that Trump and his family had engaged in a decade of business fraud by overvaluing their properties to obtain favorable loan terms. Trump and his sons were fined nearly $500 million, but an appeals court later tossed the financial penalty while upholding the fraud finding. The mortgage fraud allegation. Trump administration officials argue that James committed mortgage fraud due to a document related to her 2023 home purchase. They claim this document falsely indicated the property would be her primary residence. The investigation began with a criminal referral about James sent to the DOJ by Bill Pulte, the director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, in April. Investigators' findings. Investigators have determined that the document in question, a limited power of attorney form used by James' niece, was not considered by the loan officers who approved the mortgage. This form allowed the niece to sign documents on James' behalf during the home purchase. The prosecutor's background. Erik Siebert, a former police officer with the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, graduated from law school in 2009 and has served as an assistant U.S. attorney in the Eastern District of Virginia since 2010. He has headed the office's organized drug crime task force and supervised its Richmond division from 2019 to 2024. Siebert was recommended to Trump by Virginia's Democratic senators Mark Warner and Tim Kaine, and his nomination was supported by a unanimous decision from the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia. A call for discussion. This story raises questions about the independence of the justice system and the potential misuse of power. What are your thoughts on this controversial move by President Trump? Do you believe there is a fine line between justice and political retaliation? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments below.